Well, hey, howdy, hey, campers. How's it going? My name's illfittingtrousers, and today we're talking about something very cool, very small still, but nonetheless very cool. Ghost of Tsushima Legends anime series officially announced. Premieres in 2027. Crunchyroll, Aniplex, Sony Music, and PlayStation Productions will collaborate on the series. That just that whole thing right there, that's enough to really excite many Ghost of Tsushima fans. They also dropped this artwork right here, which I think is super cool. I have no clue what is going on here. I love like I guess the smoky. It's probably more of a ghost effect thing. We don't even know what this series is about. But there still are more reasons to be excited. Um, Crunchyroll announced that this got announced during Sony Corporation's conference today, which was like 30 minutes ago, it seemed like. Um, Based on Sucker Punch's game Ghost of Tsushima and the Ghost of Tsushima Legends multiplayer experience. That's also kind of interesting to note that, like, the Legends multiplayer experience is kind of like influencing it somehow. I wonder if maybe they'll give like a story to I never actually played the multiplayer experience. There's too many good people online. Um but it would be kind of neat if if it doesn't have a story, if they threw in like some canonic like reason they're fighting. Um I think the other part that is just extremely cool about this is Takanobu. I'm gonna butcher these names. I'm so sorry for butchering these names. I know I know I am. Takanobu Mitsuno, who worked on Star Wars Visions: The Duel, which is my favorite episode of Star Wars Visions. If you haven't seen Star Wars Visions, it's basically each episode is like a non-canon legend in the Star Wars universe. And they give each one has its own director, own artist, different art styles. It's really cool. And the duel was just so good. It even got its own book. Like that Star Wars 30-minute episode got its own Star Wars book. Like they made a book in that in that legend. And I think that's really cool. That's how good this episode was. He's directing the series with Doga. Again, sorry butchering the names. I know I'm bad at this. And Jen Urobuchi, writing the story composition. The anime will be produced in collaboration with Aniplex, with Sony Music serving as music and soundtrack partner. That makes sense, Sony's IP, Sony's. Additional staff and cast were not announced at the time of this panel. They have time, right? Like, we don't know what this is even about. This could be Star Wars Legends, where it follows a different samurai in each episode, or like a different Ghost of Tsushima, right? Because from what I seem to tell about like Ghost of Yote coming up, um, it seems like the title of Ghost is passed down, and Ghost of Tsushima so far in the future, or Ghost of Yote is so far in the future from Ghost of Tsushima that there's probably going to be a lot of people in the middle there. Because it can't really be passed. I don't know if it's necessarily passed down or if it's just someone picks up the mantle from hearing these legends, right? Well, I'm sure we'll find out more in Ghost of Yote, which is supposedly coming out this year. Um, but that would be a really cool segue to tie it all in together to understand why we're not following Jin anymore. I think that would just be a great way to cover this. Um, so yeah, no additional staff or cast was announced. That makes sense. Honestly, there's still plenty of time before 2027. We just hit 2025, as you all know. So there's a lot of work to do. There's script writing that needs to be done before you can really cast, right? Um, the original Ghost of Tsushima game debuted on PlayStation. Yep, came out on the PS5, Windows, and then later with Legends. Sequel Ghost of Yote. Yeah, so this is basically just like um games coming out. These are the games that are already announced. We already know about Ghost of Yote coming out, scheduled to release 2025. And Sucker Punch describes the original game as such. I think this is really good for people who don't know the series and are kind of interested in it. Uh, the year is 1274. Samurai warriors and the legendary defenders of Japan are the legendary defenders of Japan until the fearsome Mongol Empire invades the island of Tsushima. Wreaking havoc and conquering the local population, as one of the last surviving samurais, you rise from the ashes to fight back. But honorable tactics won't lead you to victory. You must move beyond your samurai traditions to forge a new way of fighting, the way of the ghost, as you wage an unconventional war for the freedom of Japan. So yeah, that was like a big part of Jin's journey, right? Like samurais are very honorable. It's many samurai stories have told us, right? Um but he had to go more stealth tactics and more like almost more Snake from Metal Gear style to and he had a hard time adapting to those tactics, which I understand. Like you learn that's dishonorable, and like it's really hard to go against that. Um, but yeah, like, guys, check out Ghost of Tsushima if you haven't already. I love it. I plan on playing it again. I gotta finish the whole thing. I know that sounds really bad, but I ended up putting it down, and I just never was able to get back to it. I still remember the story very well. And I need to get back to it. I'm probably just gonna restart though. Because like there is a lot that I probably forgot, even though I remember so much of it. um, yeah, that's kind of it, guys. Like I said, a very short video, but a very sweet one at the same time. Ghost of Tsushima Legends. I'm excited to see you in 2027. Animation, love it. Love to see that. I'm sure Sony will eventually want to put a movie out of it though. But I love that they're pushing animation, especially with Crunchyroll. Um yeah, guys, thank you again so much. If you liked the video, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the like button. It really helps me out, helps the channel out, all of that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.